Welcome on in to episode 27 of When Worlds Collide. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Before we get going here, Fish did get me a gift, so I'm gonna open it here on stream real quick. I did a little prematurely start tearing it. Fish is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So,
Premature tearing.
This is a common theme now. The brain 60% per usual.
Always 60%.
I think we might be 65 today.
Oh,
Yeah.
improvement. Right before the New Year's.
All right. So, camera out of focus.
So is this how we start these things? Instead of cracking the beer today, we're going to be cracking open a gift?
I said 65%. Maybe it's more closer to 40. Because you do know how we start these things, Frint. Would you like to take us away?
Yeah. Except I'm drinking water because I got a long drive. So.
Oh, fair enough. Well, and Fish and I both have twist offs. So, insert crack noise here. Cheers.
Everyone. Ooh.
Alrighty. So here we go. Fish has got me a nice, and he even wrapped it. Did you wrap it?
Yeah.
Wow, this is nice wrapping.
Wrapped it in everything.
Oh, and all.
All right, here we go.
The most effort I put in a gift in a long time.
To Carl.
Aw.
The trifecta is complete. What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, dude. This is so sick.
I'll tell you who signed it in a second.
Oh my god, dude. That is so cool. Check it out, guys.
What it is.
It's
Wow.
Pikachu in a Raiden costume. That's awesome. Who signed it?
In a what costume?
In a Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
So,
Hell yeah.
I got that poster at Comic-Con in Chicago. I found that poster, and then I got it signed by Eric Vale, who's a voice actor for Dragon Ball Z.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
He
plays
So that's where the trifecta comes from?
Yeah.
You got Pokemon, Dragon Ball, and Mortal Kombat?
Yes, sir.
Which character does he voice?
He plays adult Trunks in more Dragon Ball Z.
Bro, that is so cool.
That's dope.
That is so cool, man. Thank you. I
Yeah.
got so much nerd shit in here now. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it all.
That was like the hardest decision. I was like, Carl doesn't need anything else, but I was like, screw it, he's getting one more thing.
Whenever the day comes I get a house, I'm gonna have a nerd cave, and I can't wait.
Your man cave is gonna be insane.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, my room is starting to overflow with it, dude. You just walk in, you're like in a new dimension.
Good look, though. It's a good background for you.
But alrighty, guys. Fish, thank you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But heading into the question of the day, I did a little spin on you guys this week. Something I want to do. I just had the idea for it today. We're gonna start asking a question of the day in Discord weekly. And this questions of the day for our Discord members is, who has the most punchable face?
Oh God.
The most punchable face?
The most punchable face. So I posted it pretty late. I don't know if a lot of people saw it or not, but we did have two responses. Mama said, I can't give you an answer, but it's definitely not Fish.
Oh, let's
So
go.
I'm just going to tell you that as one for Frint, one for me.
Now you're just going to tally that as one for me.
And then the other response we had was from Superboy, and he said Frint. So Frint, you are the winner of the first question of the day.
I
Most
think I would have
punchable
put that
face.
Our
too.
community question of the day.
Yeah. Objectively, I think I would have put myself. It's a miracle I haven't been knocked out yet.
I mean, with your sterling personality, I don't think anyone would want to punch you.
Yeah, man. I've never really pissed anyone off. My sarcasm.
But then for our question of the day, a lot of people probably saw this one coming. But do you guys have any particular New Year's resolution, and do you think we'll stick with it?
For me, we were talking about it before we loaded up the stream and everything, but I definitely want to get my certificates finished for data analytics and everything, so I definitely need to stick with that for the upcoming year. That's the one resolution that I have so far, but anything else is up in the air.
Oh yeah, bro. How about you, friend? Anything in particular?
OnlyFans, yeah.
OnlyFans,
That's
yeah.
the one.
What
No,
will be the content on your OnlyFans?
no, actually, I
Toe
do. I do
pics.
have yeah, I do have some nice toes, but no, man, I want to learn a second language.
Ooh.
Out.
I think I'm going with Italian, but not really. Honestly, if you guys have any input here, I'd be open to.
I
I'd
do,
be open to
I do
suggestions.
actually, and
Yeah,
I'll
what you
learn it.
got?
I'll learn it with you. It's gonna be a little obscure, but I want to learn it. Slovenian. I started to a little bit. I changed my
Mm.
OS and my phone to Slovenian so I can start learning some words and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
actually, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty hard to learn a language though when you're not like talking it on a daily basis.
Yeah,
And like even I text Haley in Slovenian or Michael in Slovenian, and Michael was about it. But
yeah.
Haley was just like, "Can you fuck off and just tell me what you're saying?"
We're gonna start doing these podcasts in different languages. Buckle
Multi-language.
up. Yeah, when languages collide.
When languages collide.
Yeah,
For $5.99 a month.
man.
We're gonna start another community goal for Rosetta Stone.
Ooh.
They're taking
See,
online
that's the other thing
classes.
is I don't know how I want to do it yet. I might just start with Duolingo, but like I'm determined to stick with it. So
Yeah, I heard Rosetta Stone is probably the best thing out there for if you want to
yeah.
learn another language because like they have live support and everything, and then like lesson by lesson and everything. It's like when we were
Rosetta
learning
Stone costs
Spanish.
money, right?
Yeah, it all costs money, but it's worth it.
The other one I
Well,
was looking.
Duolingo's free.
Oh, is it? The other one I saw that
Yeah.
was it costs money, but it's pretty affordable, and they often have like uh coupon codes and stuff for it. Is Babbel.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about Babbel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Babbel.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my New Year's resolution goes, I am gonna try to get back to my Slovenian roots and be cheap again, or as Rep would say, he calls me squeaky.
Hell yeah, saving money.
Yeah, so honestly, like when the pandemic hit, I ordered food out with DoorDash a ton, and I
Yeah,
really haven't broken that trend as much as I should.
yeah,
So for the new year, I'm gonna try to just save a little bit more money as far as like eating out and stuff.
love it.
Yeah,
What's the actual goal? Like eat out once a week, once a
yeah,
month,
that's exactly it. Once a week,
once a week.
start packing my lunches again because I've been just going to the cafeteria in the hospital and getting food there.
Yeah.
So I figured I could save honestly like probably like $100 a week.
Oh,
Oh
easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you know what you should do? I started doing this because I used to always buy like candy bars and shit at the like every time I got gas, I walked out with a Reese's and a bag of chips.
I
I
used
like,
to do that all the time.
bro, it was, and I was like I was literally addicted. Like I could not go to the gas station and walk away without Pringles, man. It was like actually bad. Like I could not stop myself. So what I did, I opened up a second checking account with like no money in it, and every time I like didn't buy that Pringles, I just transferred $1. And then you just like that way you could actually see like how much you're saving.
Oh, that's
And it was a
smart.
disgusting amount. I was spending so much fucking money on Reese's. It was bad, dude.
My God.
Yeah. So
Well, damn,
that's how I
boys.
would do. There's my advice to you.
Lizzo said, "Friend, you should learn Mandarin for when China takes over the world."
True.
I thought about
Russian.
He said, "You will thank me later."
that. I actually like that was one of the few. That was one of the ones I was thinking about.
And
Mandarin,
then
but I feel like that's really hard to do.
yeah, Mandarin is tough. Undead said his aunt actually used Duolingo and she's enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's probably where I'll start, just because it's free. But
Anyway,
either way, boys, good luck.
yeah, hell yeah.
Here's the 2022, everyone.
Here's the 2022. Hopefully this COVID shit, we're not talking about it next year this time. Fuck it.
Fingers crossed.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's get her started.
Yeah, so obviously we are starting a new year here very shortly. And I pulled up an article of 13 traditions around the world and see if we can guess any of the countries that these happen in.
Oh, were
Here
we
we
not
go.
supposed to look at that article? Because I looked at it.
Did you look at the article?
I did.
I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have posted. I guess that's my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I was very curious because well, I don't remember all of them obviously, but I do. Some of them did stand out for me, so I might remember a few of them.
All right. So I'll go out of order to kind of throw you off then, Fish.
All right.
So let's see here. First one, I'm gonna butcher this. Ashogatuzu
Mm-hmm.
is a tradition where forget parties. Okay, so you actually don't party. I believe.
At first, I felt like Fish had a big leverage up on me here, but now that I realize you're going to be struggling to pronounce every word of this article, I feel like it's a pretty even playing field.
We're basically all fresh at this point.
Yeah. We're just picking random countries at this point because nobody really knows what's being asked.
Right, so it says it symbolizes renewal, bidding farewell to problems of the previous year through a variety of customs and celebrations. In December, year forgetting parties, known as Banuke, take place.
Tusk, isn't Tusk the one that's learning Japanese?
I don't know, man.
I was going to go with Japan.
Yeah, it's definitely Japan.
It is Japan. So you guys got that one right. So they hit the gong 108 times. Each ring represents one of the 108 earthly temptations a person must overcome to achieve nirvana and expel wrong deeds and ill luck of the past year.
Oh.
So they hit the gong 108 times.
Sounds like Buddhism in there too.
There was a reference to that. So without reading, the whole paragraph, there is a reference to that in here.
Yeah. Dude, I'd love to go to Japan. Japan sounds so sick to go to.
So that's one. You guys are 1 for 1. Another one here is consuming grapes. Where do you think that takes place?
Sort of remember this one.
Italy.
It does sound like Italy, actually. I'm gonna go Italy too.
So it's Spain. And
Close.
It says that they consume 12 grapes. 12 grapes consumed are meant to represent good luck for each month of the year.
That's interesting.
All right, this is kind of an odd one. Dropping ice cream.
Oh, I think I remember this one. Wait, no, it's not it. Never mind. I forget it. This is another one I'm thinking of.
I feel like it's got to be somewhere cold.
Switzerland.
I'm going with like green Iceland.
It is Switzerland.
Oh, let's go.
So the Swiss channel good luck, wealth, and abundance by dropping a doppel of ice cream. Dollop.
Yeah.
I can't read. We already discussed this when I tried to read the Miles Garrett poetry. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah. So we already know that I can't read. I'm not the brains behind the operation. But yeah, so they drop a dollop of ice cream on the floor at midnight. This one I'll give you guys a lob here. Watching the ball drop. Where does that happen?
Oh,
USA.
New York. I'm so sick of our tradition in the United States. It's so boring. It literally is.
Dude,
hearing
start eating grapes.
Yeah,
and you'll realize just how exciting the ball dropping is.
It's literally just we watch it on TV, and it's just Anderson Cooper bullshitting around for 5-6 hours until the ball drops, and then they play New York by Frank Sinatra when the new year happens.
New York.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just see 3 million, 4 or 5 million people in the streets of Times Square all cluttered together like cattle watching a damn ball drop and then confetti everywhere. I hate our tradition now. We've seen it for 25 years.
I love it. I think it's fun. You take a shot every time it's like midnight again for a new time zone, and I mean, dude, like I said, you could easily be living in Spain where your whole year leads up to 12 grapes. That
is very fair.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I think it could be worse. Or dropping ice cream. Honestly, we might have the best one that we've said so
No
far.
shot. I remember one that sounds so sick, and I want to do it so bad.
We haven't gotten to that one yet.
Are you thinking the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I'm slowing this down.
All right,
We gotta do some speed rounds here.
Yeah, I'll start speed running it. All right, here's another one. First person who crosses the threshold of a person's home should bring good luck, a gift of good luck. Traditionally, this was a gift of coal for the fire or shortbread.
Ireland?
Oh, man. Ireland's a good guess because they have the luck. I'm going with I'm gonna go with Ireland too. That's a good one.
It's Scotland. So you guys.
Scotland, damn, yeah.
First thing I thought of was luck of the Irish.
Right, yeah. I read through this whole article, so I barely remember them all. A couple of them I definitely remember.
Another one. Here we go. I'm glad Rep's not in the chat because I would absolutely be butchering this. That's a hint as where this one takes place. Ode and Niu. It's OUD space EN space NIEUW.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that.
Yeah.
What do they do for it?
So fireworks are triggered across major cities for an hour at a time, described it by many as chaotic bursts of light. Cars and Christmas trees are also burned as a means to purse the old and welcome the new.
Forget where Reptile is. Damn.
India.
No, it's
I
not.
think Rep is Indian.
Oh, is this where Rep is from?
Yeah,
I thought you
this
were
ha-
just.
No, this
Yeah,
happens where
I'm
Rep's
sticking
at.
with
Oh
that.
my god.
I'm sticking with that. Yeah.
Oh god, I like know I have like the place where it is. I just forget what the name of it is. I can't remember. I'm just gonna skip it. I'm not gonna bother.
The UK.
The Netherlands.
Netherlands. That's what.
Mm.
Damn it, dude. I'm
close.
waiting for the
I was
one
closer
that I
than
want to
fish.
hear.
All right, got another one here for you guys. Smashing plates.
Yep, that's the one.
China.
Involves smashing plates and old dishes.
It's either on your in your place or at your friend's door.
Right, and the idea behind it is to ward off bad spirits. So you remember this one's at then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Frank, go ahead and guess.
Is it China?
Denmark.
Denmark. Yep.
I was close.
All right, another one here for you. Burning effigies.
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 Mm-hmm.
Effigies.
Meant to symbolize the cleansing of bad energy from the previous 12 months and is meant to bring good fortune.
I know this one too.
You know this one too. All right, Frank, go ahead.
China.
Ecuador.
Ecuador. You'll get one eventually, buddy.
It's on one of these. China's bound to be on the list. So.
Oh, it is on the list actually.
All right, how about this one? Festival of Saint Basil.
That sounds Mediterranean, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Greece.
Ooh, that's a good answer. I'm gonna. Can I copy that? I'm gonna go Greece.
You
as
copied
well.
every answer I've had, friend.
You read the article, man.
I
It's,
know.
It's Greece.
it's my best choice.
All right. Rosh Hashanah. I probably butchered that too. I'm butchering all these. It's so bad.
India.
Rosh Hashanah, that's Israel.
It's Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
So during the night, the holiday begins. A festival candle blessing is recited, as well as I'm not saying that. I don't know how to say it. A blessing, but they basically do a blessing over the wine. They enjoy
like I
apples
said
and other
on that
fruits
one.
dipped in honey, which
Dipped in
symbolizes
honey.
sweetness and blessing coming into the new year.
Mm-hmm. Dude, anything dipped in honey sounds so good.
All right, we're almost through these. I'm trying to go fast because I know we need to get into the gaming news. Wearing white. Everyone wears white because the color signifies luck, prosperity, and is meant to ward off bad spirits.
Ooh, spirits.
China.
I'm guessing like Southern America, so like Brazil.
Russia.
Brazil?
It is Brazil, yeah.
Let's go! Dude, my mind's an iron trap. Let's go. I literally just like glanced through like this whole article. I just like sort of read each title, and that was like a day or two ago too.
All right, we got
I'm
two.
realizing how uncultured I am.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't have gotten any of these right, so I'm right there with you, friend. That's why we needed to learn a new language.
Yeah.
All right, how about the Spring Festival? The Lunar New Year is the most important holiday
I know this
for
one.
this country.
China.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh!
There you go, friend. You finally got one there, guy.
Oh yeah.
I was due.
Then the last one on this list, guys, is carrying suitcases.
Oh,
Partygoers carry empty suitcases at midnight in hopes of inducing a year of travel. Also bear money in the hand to attract financial security and stability in the coming year.
I remember seeing that one. I forget what the place was though. Guessing European.
I'll give you a hint. I don't know if this will help either of you, but my RA, my freshman year, was from this place.
England.
I'm blanking. I'm gonna go like Britain, I guess. I don't know.
It is Colombia.
Colombia. Another Southern American.
So there you go, guys. You got a little cultural lesson in When Worlds Collide. You know that doesn't happen very often.
Shows how dumb we are. Yeah, we're here for you.
Well, I mean, honestly, how dumb Prince is, because I got the luxury of reading from the article, and you cheated.
You knew them all.
Yeah. What do you mean? You put the article. You literally texted us like I put articles in the docs to refresh us up and make sure we're prepped. I did my homework. Okay.
Honestly, if you would have just asked me to name 13 countries, I don't know, I could have done it. So I think I actually performed pretty well, all
Yeah,
things
buddy.
considered.
I would have, even if I didn't read the article, I probably would have gotten at least like 3, maybe 4 of them there, not like, excluding the USA. So,
Anyways,
moving on.
happy early New Year to everyone. We're gonna hop into the gaming news now.
Yeah.
In gaming,
Right back, bro.
yeah, dude, go for it. So, in gaming, we've been talking a lot about Halo, and we're anxious for the co-op campaign as well as Forge mode to come to the game. There's actually been somebody that's discovered a Halo glitch where they're able to enable the co-op campaign.
I saw that, yeah.
So as I was reading through this article, I was like, well, how do you do it? Like maybe we could dabble with this one day, after the podcast maybe. So the way they go about doing it is Infinite must be offline. You connect a second controller, sign into an Xbox account, start the campaign with one controller. Then when you're in the game, you hit the start, then come back. The second controller then will be added, and then Halo Infinite co-op is enabled. But there is a couple caveats with this.
Yeah, there's some backdraws.
So I believe anytime you try to save the game, or if you die, the game will crash. So either way, it's very cool to see what the co-op will look like. The way they did it, obviously, being offline, was a split screen view. And I do have a picture of the split screen view here. I will pull up, especially since he's back. Anyways, I'll show you.
Andy's gone again.
So this is what the kind of co-op screen looks like here. And I believe as well, if you die, that it resets your progress as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does it reset it back to like single player, and you have to go through that whole process again, or does it keep the split screen?
I believe it crashes the whole file.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's
That's
in the
what
game.
said.
They just haven't given us it yet.
So that was the early response to a lot of people, like, well, if it's in the game, why don't they just give it to us, But as this kind of displays, there's still very buggy. Like, for example, the second player has no HUD, or the forward operating bases that are throughout the map don't work as well. They're all disabled. And yeah, like I said, if any player dies, then the game completely locks up. So it's nice to see that it's actually being close to being finished.
Right, yeah.
But
I'm excited.
Find this kind of stuff.
I don't know, man. Like, people go data mining or something and find it.
People do some weird ass stuff when they're playing video games. Like anything that you could think of that a player can do in a game, they'll probably do it. And then that turns into a glitch or an exploit, or in this scenario, you unlock co-op campaign in Halo Infinite.
Here's my conspiracy. I think that the game does it on purpose and then like releases it to big streamers.
Sure enough, honestly.
Just to like get a headline,
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't think it was even like a big streamer that found it. It's somebody that was going about like trying to, read the code and trying to find a glitch. I think there's people out there that would rather find a glitch or a hack in the game than actually play it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
We saw the the infinite flying glitch in Halo campaign where all you'd have to do is like stand on top of a fusion cell and then grapple it, and it just launches you straight up into the air and you just fly across the whole map.
I didn't see that, but that's pretty awesome.
That was sick. I kind of wanted to do that, but I'm keeping my experience vanilla.
So I will say this, like, why do you think that the perception of like these different glitches in games has changed so much? I feel like back in the day, like in Call of Duty 4 and stuff, you had these glitches and everybody loved them for like what they were, like people weren't expecting games to be perfect constantly.
Right.
Why do you think the narrative has changed on it so much? Do you think it's just people trying to find a reason to be mad?
That's a good point. I could see where that is from.
Because they can be fixed, you know? Like I think instead of it being like a joke, it's now like it's an issue that you have to address.
Right. Yeah.
Something like Fish is talking about though, where you get like an infinite fly, like I think that's just kind of like a jank that kind of comes with video games as a whole, right? Like I don't understand why people can't just enjoy it and have fun with it. Like it's there, like it's a bug, like so be it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like back in the day, like I said, with Call of Duty 4 being able to get to the third floor on backlot,
Oh yeah.
and then
That's
being
right.
able to jump on the buildings and stuff in old school mode,
Yeah.
different things like that, I feel like were enjoyed and like almost celebrated in a way. They're like they can be kind of like for lack of a better term, like almost like little cult classic things within the game
Yeah.
that people enjoyed. Now it's just like everything. If it's not game breaking, I don't see what the big deal is. If it's not in multiplayer and stuff, like why is it such a big deal?
You think it's because gaming's more of like a profession now and it's like taken more seriously, more competitive?
I mean, I could see that, but like I could see that in the multiplayer aspect. Like the thing Fish is talking about is
Yeah.
single player.
Single player campaign, yeah.
My thought process on it is the video game industry is, like relatively aged at this point, like we're like 50, 60 years in right now. And I think just like people hold these companies to a higher standard than they did back in the day. So like when you see like a AAA game release like Halo, Battlefield, or like literally any other game, and they see just like this slew of bugs and glitches and everything, they just get mad at it because like you're paying premium price for a video game, and then you have to wait like another 6 months to a year until the game is like in the state that it should be on release. And it's just like after a while, especially me personally, like after a while you just like get sick of hearing all these bugs and glitches, and you're just like, why didn't they just delay the game? It's because they want the money for it and they had to release it to get profit. So it's just at this point it's just annoying to see all those bugs and glitches. Some of them are funny. I mean, like you remember in the Halo beta when people would throw like an arc grenade at that wet floor sign, and it would just like infinitely duplicate, and there's just like hundreds of them in a room and everything. That stuff's hilarious. I love seeing that stuff. But like when like things don't work in a game, especially multiplayer games, when they don't work as intended, that's just annoying for me as a player and everything. And you have to deal with it for like the next week, month, 2 months until they fix it.
That's fair enough. And to that point, there is like so much of a wide variety, and like glitches are different things.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the game breaking ones are terrible. Like the ones in like Battlefield and stuff where you can take a vehicle up the hill, like up a building, like
the hovercraft up the skyscraper. Yeah.
Like okay, like that shit's funny for one day, and then like
then they realize it's actually a problem because like when you're doing like capture the points, like people just start driving vehicles up the side of the buildings, and they're on like a 60-floor skyscraper with like 3-4 hovercrafts up there.
Or I saw the one where this guy had a tank at the top of a building, and the barrel of like the gun was just pointed at an elevator. So everybody that was trying to come up the building, there's a tank just waiting for him as the door opened, which is
I saw that,
which is hilarious for us. But as a player, I'd be like, "What?"
Exactly. If that happened to me, I'd be like, God, this game is just total BS right now. It just makes you just not want to play the game anymore. And you paid $60 for it.
I haven't played like a single player campaign in a long time. Do they still do like cheat codes?
Some of them do.
I think some of them do, but I couldn't tell you, to be honest. That used to be such a like prominent thing. I wonder what the origin of cheat codes was. Like, was it a glitch that they decided to make into a cheat?
I think some of them were, and that's what got me thinking of it. Because I remember like the coolest thing in the world was just like being able to turn Spyro green. Like it didn't change the game at all, but it's just like press up, down, back.
Yeah,
right,
I was gonna say
and like
the Konami code.
Makes them green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the earliest one I can remember is the Konami code. The up, down, left, right, BA.
I remember one of my favorite. I used to go to cheatcc.com.
Yeah.
You guys ever use that website?
Hell yeah.
All the time. I still have printouts at home of like probably like 100 pages worth of cheat codes like that I kept in like a binder for like the different games that we played. And one of my favorites personally was in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. There was a cheat code you could put in to get Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Tony Hawk's had some great ones. All those games did.
Then all the GTA cheat codes you can do, like infinite ammo or infinite health and everything. Or like spawn in like a jet fighter or a helicopter and everything like that. That was fun.
So yeah, those were a blast. I kind of wish like games would embrace that in a way again. I know that everybody really enjoyed those, except for one person. And that one person was my father when he realized the ink cartridge was out again within a week. Because I was just printing books worth of cheat codes.
Volumes.
Because they had at the school fairs, remember they had the book fairs, and you could buy
Scholastic fairs.
Yeah, and you could buy the cheat code books.
Yep, I wanted.
I'll print out and make my own. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if anything, you were saving him money. He should have been thanking you. Why didn't you tell him that?
Yeah, right. But like, Dad, I saved like $20 here. What are you talking about?
So speaking of the Spider-Man guy you're talking about, though, did you see IGN's ranking for all the different Spider-Mans?
Yeah, so I didn't. The first thing I saw that caught my eye on this was, holy shit, there's 96 different kinds of Spider-Man.
That's exactly what I thought too, dude. I couldn't believe why does there need to be so many?
It's I'm pretty sure that they all stemmed from the comic books, right? So
most of them,
yeah, most of them stemmed from the comic books, and they all had a bunch of different writers and everything. So they literally just came up with their own storyline for Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run through the top 10 for you guys real quick. I'll actually pull them up over Frint's face real quick again, if I can.
This is the closest I'll ever be to becoming Spider-Man. It's a big moment for me.
No, I'm actually not gonna do that. I'll just read them off.
Dream not found.
So this is the top 10 Spider-Man of all time based on a fan poll that IGN did. So
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You don't have to read through them.
Well, I mean, but like the different kinds of Spider-Man, like I feel like there could be an argument for different ones, right?
Oh yeah, easily.
So number 10 is Miles Morales from the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 Insomniac game.
Wow.
Number 9 is Peter Parker. Well, yeah, Peter Parker, obviously.
They're all like from different like games and movies and stuff. You're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So then number 9 is from the 1990s cartoon. Number 8 is from Earth 616. I believe that's got to be a comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
Number 7 is Andrew Garfield, which he was the Amazing Spider-Man following Tobey Maguire.
Yep, with Emma Stone.
Mm-hmm. Number 6 would be the Spider-Man from Ultimate Spider-Man comic. Number 5, I was pumped to see this guy up here this high. Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse. I don't know if you
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was awesome. They're making a sequel. I actually saw the trailer for it. I saw Spider-Man Tuesday, which I loved. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, it's
really good.
It's so good. Did you see it yet, Fish?
Yeah, I saw it on Monday.
Okay.
But we literally saw it a day apart.
Okay, I was about to say, I'll go see it again.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
It was so good. Number 4 is Peter B. Parker, also from the Spider-Verse. If you haven't seen the Spider-Verse, he's kind of like
the out of shape.
Yeah, I'd almost equate him to like the Tobey Maguire like Spider-Man, but animated. He kind of gave me that vibe.
I could see that. He was just like an older Spider-Man, not like old, but like he was an older Spider-Man, and like in the movie he kind of was just like out of shape and semi-retired from being Spider-Man and everything. So he was like out of practice basically.
Right. Number 3, we have Tom Holland, the most recent Spider-Man. Number 2 is Spider-Man from Insomniac Games, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So that was like, just want to clarify, he's the main character in the most recent like Spider-Man games, and then the DLC, the Miles Morales DLC, was the guy at number 10. But the Insomniac game Spider-Man was number 2, and then at number 1, the GOAT, Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire is number one.
Yeah.
I have no complaints there. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, he's my favorite Spider-Man too.
I think Tom Holland's my favorite, but I'm okay with this. You know what I mean? Like I can't complain. I like Toby, but I don't discriminate against Spider-Man. But I would say for me, Tom Holland deserves that number one spot.
So I agree to you to an extent, but Tobey Maguire, man, like was the first like real. I'm trying to think of describe it. It's like how Robert Downey Jr. and like some of the other guys that like really got Marvel going and superhero movies going.
Yeah,
their legacy is so much more important than their acting alone.
Yeah,
the legacy of Spider-Man and just superhero movies in general. That's why I put Tobey number one, no doubt. I actually would put Tom Holland number two. I wouldn't put the video game Spider-Man at two.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. I mean, I heard the Spider-Man PS5, PS4, whatever version was really good. I did not think he was going to be a top 3 character, though. But I would put Tobey Maguire than Tom Holland in first and second, easily.
That's kind of why I like Tom Holland, though. Like, he won me over when he, like, talked to the heads of Disney and Sony to, like, make them work shit out. And, like, I feel like he's actually a huge reason the MCU is still together, which is why I would give him the cake, because, like, I think his legacy will carry on past even, like, Spider-Man movies.
I agree with you, and I was actually, I was pretty pumped. Well, not pumped. It was, like, kind of, like, bittersweet to see him say that, like, he wants to see, you know, maybe, like, a female playing Spider-Man, or, like, kind of pushing that.
He wanted to see a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie.
He also said a Spider-Girl he wants to see.
Ah, okay.
I think we'll see both.
Gwen Stacy from Into the Spider-Verse.
Right. I was gonna say that too. I'm not sure where she ranked, but I would hope that she's in the top 25 because I really liked her character as well.
Yeah,
I think she was pretty high. I took a look at the whole list. Did you see who came in dead last?
No, but I can take a look real quick.
Who was it?
I took a look. His name is Patton Parnell, who I've never even heard of. But like,
Parnell?
So I looked up his story. He like lived next to Sarah Jane, who I'm assuming there's some relation to Mary Jane. And like, just like a brief summary of his story was like, his uncle was abusive and then like experimented on animals. And when he got bit by the spider, he like ate a rat and then he ate a cat and then his uncle abused him. And then the next day he like went out and he bit Sarah Jane and then he was killed because his leg was ripped off. And then the next day, like hundreds of spiders crawled out of her neck where the bite mark was. And I was like, dude,
what the hell?
That is the most demented. Like, I cannot believe that has not made it into Disney Plus yet. You know, absolutely shocking.
How is that dead last place? That sounds sick.
That is so far from like any other Spider-Man story, at least that I've seen.
You're not so friendly, neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like such a wicked turn.
Yeah, right.
I did just look it up though. Gwen Stacy, her comic book version was at 12, and the Spider-Verse version was at 13 actually. So she was borderline top 10, which is pretty sweet.
There you go. Nice. Love to see it. What about the Porky Spider-Man?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I'll scroll through here and see if I can find it.
If you can't find it, it's no
He's
big
gotta
deal.
be in there somewhere. Yeah.
I like them a lot, dude. And Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man too. I thought he was hilarious.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, he was in Into the Spider-Verse. He was like the noir Spider-Man. That was him.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Movie,
you couldn't tell by his voice? That was 100% Nick Cage.
It just didn't click for me, man. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I don't know if they have Spider-Pig in here, man.
Well,
oh, here it is. I found it. 28.
28. There you go.
He goes by Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham. That's what it was.
Spider-Ham comes in at 28.
All the Spider-Man that they had in the movie were so good.
So I guess there's two Spider-Hams. The one in the Spider-Verse, Spider-Ham, is 26, and the Spider-Ham from the comics is 28.
Ah.
There you go.
And you got to have Spider-Pig from the Simpsons movie in there somewhere too, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he cracks the top 50.
Spider-Pig. does whatever Spider-Pig does. And he's just holding him up to the ceiling. He's just tracking mud on the ceiling. It was a great movie. Dude, so many good movies.
It really has been. Yeah, and the new Spider-Verse movie, like we were talking about, it does look sick. I saw the trailer for it. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, let's touch on the new Matrix open world demo real quick. I'm not sure if we talked about this, but I wanted to give it a go anyways. Have you guys had a chance to dabble with this?
I have, yes. I played it.
Mm-mm.
I haven't either, but I just saw Walker was actually firing it up as you were walking in. I saw it, and it looks amazing. So what's the deal with this?
What'd you think, Ash?
It uses some kind of what is this system called, Lumen?
Yeah, so this is a demo debuting Unreal Engine's next generation, Unreal Engine 5. And this is basically what every game is going to be developed for this coming year and all beyond. And basically what you're talking about, the Lumen, is just almost real life light sources and light rays on like surfaces and everything. It doesn't sound exciting, but when you see it in game, especially for the Matrix demo, it looks absolutely incredible. Like it literally looks like actual sunlight and just rays and like just like light refracting off different surfaces and everything, like even like off of a car or even like a person or like an umbrella off the sidewalk when it's rainy and everything. Like it is like almost 1-to-1 real-time like light source coming from a video game. That's why it's like a huge deal.
What I saw about it too, and I don't know if this is the first like open world type game that would be using this, but they said it'll be making major strides in open world games because as the time changes, this is a lot more accurate than what they have now. So as the sun goes down, instead of basically going from like light to dark or even like multiple shifts, you would actually see like shadows move and things outside go like just a bit of a darker color that you really wouldn't even notice.
Right.
But it's basically that's the one difference between like real world and video games right now is the way that this software works. So it's like it's actually a huge jump for video games.
Yeah.
Even though it's just like lighting.
And it's not for just video games too, because the movie industry wants to use it as well. Just for like CGI scenes and everything, because creating light sources in CGI is very tough. But when you have an engine that just does it for you, it'll make things just infinitely easier for people like in the media business and everything. So I'm super excited. If you haven't had a chance and you have a PS5 or Series X, definitely download the demo and just try it out. It's like 20 minutes of your time. But it's really good. Like they literally do like a 1-to-1 iteration of like the Matrix intro and everything, and then you go through like a shooting car driving scene and all that stuff, and it's really sick. I absolutely loved it.
So when you're talking about this, is there a particular game or movie that you like to see this implemented into? There's a couple that pop in my head immediately.
Well, I know a couple games that are already being built in Unreal Engine 5 for next year. But one game I was disappointed to hear that it's not using Unreal Engine 5 is Bethesda's Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. They said they have an upgraded engine version for their upcoming games, which is a little bit disappointing to hear from Bethesda because their engines were so out of date beforehand. And now they're not going to be using Unreal Engine 5, but if they ever make a change of heart, I'd love to see them make that game.
Do you think development was too far, like, already going to go back to, or to start with the Unreal Engine 5 then? Especially, I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe, but then again, Skyrim's been out for, what, like 8 years now? And they've been using the same engine since like Fallout 3, which is like almost 20 years old at this point. So they literally just like don't want to upgrade their engines or anything. They literally just come out with a game. It's like they come out with the base version and then the community for mod supports just makes the game better from there. So like they don't do any work. They just let the community do it for them. That's probably why they haven't upgraded at that point, because it's just not worth their time and money to do it until now.
So do you think they will do the edit then? They will do the update?
Probably not. I mean, like I said, they said they're doing an upgraded engine for like Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, and I don't know what that means because we don't know very much about anything from those games. But that's literally all they said was an upgraded version of their engine, and that was it. So we have no idea what it's going to look like or anything. We only saw that short trailer at E3 for Starfield, and it was just like a guy in a spaceship launching off of a planet. That was it. And then Elder Scrolls 6 was just a landscape, whatever, panorama, and then it said Elder Scrolls 6, and that was it. So we have no idea until it comes out.
Elder Scrolls 6 was the first answer I thought of, just because I feel like there's so many different climates and environments there, and you play at different times of day and stuff. I feel like if you had some sort of software like this, it would make a huge difference.
Right.
First one I thought of immediately was Forza.
Oh yeah.
Forza's got so many different like weather and lighting effects as is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna adopt this immediately.
They were rumored for Forza Motorsports that game will be made in Unreal Engine 5. So if that's actually true, that would be sick to see.
Well, maybe that's why we've seen such a gap between the Horizons and Motorsports 8, I think it is now.
I haven't kept up to date with Motorsports.
I think it's Motorsports 8 is going to be the newest one. So maybe that's what's going on is they're developing an Unreal Engine 5 and what's taking additional time.
Right.
I'm all for it, to be honest. Like, we got a great Horizon game in the meantime. Take your time on Motorsports because that's going to be the more hardcore one anyways.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the other game that really needs this is the next Mario Party. I think that would make huge strides.
Yeah, on the Switch OLED.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not getting into that. But one game we saw, I don't know if you saw the trailer for it. It was at the Video Game Awards. Senua's Hellblade 2 that's coming out later in 2022. That's actually using Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that.
So if you saw the trailer for it, that was in-game gameplay trailer for that game.
That game looks insane.
Yeah, exactly. So if that trailer we saw at the Game Awards was like 1-to-1, games in the future are gonna look absolutely insane with that new engine.
Hell yeah, man. So there's a lot to look forward to.
Oh yeah, I think next year is gonna be insane. We're probably not gonna get incredible titles in the first half, but I think like towards like October, November, and December, the end of 2022, that's like when all the big swingers come out again. Kind of like this year.
Well, while we were talking here, we got 8 Truth or Drink cards submitted here. So you want to run through those here and then move on to sports?
Let's do 3 and then we'll pick up the other ones at the end.
Fair enough. All righty, Smalls, give me a number 1 through 155.
24.
Oh my god.
This is the same website I used last time, so we already did that question. Give me another number.
64.
Have you ever given a lap dance?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah. I honestly couldn't picture you not ever giving a lap
I'm
dance.
pretty sure at some point in college I've been hammered and been busting it on somebody. There's no doubt, actually.
You basically gave Twitch chat a lap dance when you were twerking in your seat.
Yeah, I almost killed myself.
Yes.
I think it was Warrior was like, oh yeah, gifted subs if you twerk on your chair. I'm like, all right, I got you.
So that definitely counts. So not only have you done one, but you've done one live on stream.
Yeah.
For money, too.
There you go. For money, too. Yeah, okay.
You meet all the qualifications. Let's
Give me a number.
Do number 69, baby.
Nice.
Nice. Somebody had to do it.
Would you sleep with a celebrity if you met them at a bar? What celebrity is a no-brainer?
Oh, God. Doja Cat. 100%.
Doja Cat?
Yeah. Dude, it was funny, too. We were talking about this with Brian, Vinny, and I. It was kind of off the hinges, but we were talking about, like, would you make out with a male celebrity for $1,000, and I just like without hesitation, I would have been like, well, if it's Leonardo DiCaprio, that's a great story to tell people. Be like, yeah, I made out with Leonardo DiCaprio for a minute, and he gave me $1,000 afterwards.
Swapping spits.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's so you might do it for free. It sounds like you're not really doing it for the money. You're doing it for
it's a better story to tell. The money's just kind of like the cherry on top.
That's nice, yeah.
All right, friend,
what number? Smalls, give me a number here so that you know I'm not cheating.
94.
94. They make it really easy on this site. It goes 1 through 47 and then starts at 1 again. So I'm gonna have to do some math here.
I couldn't be happier with my decision. Let's see how good Friend's math is.
And then goes 1 to 30, starts again. All right, so that was 77, 87, 1, 2, 3.
Yikes!
I can see the gears turning.
Yeah.
4th grade math, man.
I'm not drinking today, man.
Coming in clutch.
Have I ever asked for a dirty pick? Of course.
Probably. I mean, easy.
It's like I've passed the 6th grade, so you know.
I'm not convinced.
I did. That was the easiest round of truth.
Yeah, we had some good ones there. I think those are pretty much all yes or no questions.
Right.
Well done. You want to move into sports here?
Let's hop on in.
Let's get it.
Do it. Smalls, you want to take it, or you want me to?
I got it.
Start.
I got you, buddy. So we got the college football playoffs starting this weekend, and it's been announced that any college playoff team who can't play due to COVID automatically forfeits.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And also on top of that, not only do they forfeit, but the team they're playing automatically advances, which I think is more my problem with this. You've got thousands of college teams. Stick another one in there and have the game. Like, why not just let the number 5 seed play if one of the top 4 can't play?
So I think this is absolute garbage, personally.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they're doing that is because of money. They don't want to move the game. That's literally the only reason. You know what I mean? They could flex the game to later in the week, but they won't do it because of the money that they'll lose.
Right, just like they're doing with NFL games where they play them on Tuesdays and shit. You could make it work.
Absolutely, you could flex the game. So yeah, no, this is horse shit. I'd feel so bad for one of the teams if that did happen. I pray it doesn't.
Right.
Unless it's Alabama, I guess they can suck a dick.
Yeah.
So, my question is, like, what constitutes for a team to be disqualified? Is it like a majority of the team has COVID, or is it just like how many players does a team need to like have COVID before they're like disqualified? Do you know that?
That's a good question, because with pros, I mean, I would think one of it is just number of players that can't play.
Right.
But the other part of this is like with pros, like you can, and for any sport, like the Celtics just brought up somebody who played their first game with the Celtics 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't played in 3 years.
We're talking about Joe Johnson, right?
Yeah. So they signed him to a 10-day contract. You can't do that in college.
And he was the guy.
Go to the school.
He was the guy that fucking hit the buzzer beater against the Cavs.
Really?
He hit the game winner against the Cavs to break our like 11-game win streak or something.
Wow.
ISO Joe. But yeah, so I don't know, like for college then, like if you have all 3 or 4 of your quarterbacks sick, does that mean you just forfeit because 3 guys can't play and you can't recruit somebody from a 10-day contract? Like how, I don't know how
that's
that
what
works.
I have no idea. That's why I asked the question, because like what constitutes, like how many players need to have COVID? Like is it a percentage of the team, or is it just like, oh, half of the first string players or starters have COVID, they can't play? Like
I don't know.
It's a weird rule.
Any idea?
I'm not sure, but with the new CDC guideline being only 5 days, I don't see why they can't move it. I think it's just all about money, and they don't want to have to deal with it.
It's all about
money. Or like I said, and it would make sense for them too, like, because then you still have your game, so you still get the money. Like, throw the 5th or even the 6th team in there. Let the Buckeyes play. You know, it's like I always say, go Bucks. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, friend.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for the Buckeyes to still make playoffs.
Yeah, it's
That'd be
I'm with
amazing.
I'm with.
You should be happy with a handout, you know.
Ooh.
Happier than Bama and Michigan playing in the playoffs while we sit at the 6th seed. Hell yeah, I'll take a handout.
Yeah, I'm with both of you guys. Though. That's just it's such a BS rule, and like I don't know the details of it, but that's just like so dumb. Just push it
Yeah,
forward. I mean,
there's
we've
ways
seen like
around it.
every other team like compensate for it. So like why can't the league just go with them?
Right.
Yeah.
Completely agree. On a brighter note, if you're a Dolphins fan, that is, the team started out 1-7, but since then has won 7 straight. Um, so first off, it's never been done in a one season where a team has gone on a 7-game losing streak as well as a 7-game winning streak. And now they have a chance to make the playoffs, which would also be the first time that's ever happened. And in big part, this is due to Jalen Waddle, their rookie wide receiver, coming up big in the second half of the season so far. So the question I kind of have stemming off this, with Jalen Waddle's performance right now, is he the rookie of the year in the NFL? And if not, who are you guys going with?
You go first, Fred. I'm in the dark for this.
Oh, so
I
you can click the New
honestly,
Year's links, but not this link, huh?
Hey, I read through all I could. Okay, my brain can only hold so much information week to week.
yeah, he nailed down those countries. He had no more room for
Yeah,
receiver.
exactly.
Honestly, though, I just like I don't know the answer. I think Jamar Chase has a lot of points for him. I like you said, Jalen Waddle is on this team that's creating history, but at the same time, he's only one player out of all of their starters. So I don't think you could give it to him just based on that. I might say Jamar Chase makes more of an impact.
So I would say Jamar Chase over Jalen Waddle, but the rookie of the year I would choose to be Micah Parsons. He's the linebacker or safety defensive player for the Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboys that is like
yeah,
absolutely lighting the world on fire. Has I think 12
yeah.
interceptions now. So if you're saying one player has 12 interceptions, I'm sure there's some teams in the NFL that don't have 12 interceptions in the entire year.
Right.
So the
And
impact,
Cowboys have won games because of defense.
absolutely, especially when the offense has been stuttering. So if I had to
Yeah,
pick one player off this list, it's gotta be Parsons.
Fair
that's
enough.
fair.
Um, but going back to the Dolphins in general, guys, when's the last time you've seen a team with this kind of turnaround? Can you think of anything in particular?
I
Nothing
mean,
comes to mind to me unless I'm talking about, maybe what the Patriots looked like last year compared to this year, but I can't think of a team that's done it in 1 year in the same season
no.
like they have.
I,
Well, it's never been done. I mean, dude,
yeah,
16 games is what they had up until this year. Now it's 17. But could you imagine, like out of 16 games, you find a way to both lose 7 in a row and win 7 in a row?
I
That's
it's
mean,
just a
remarkable.
crazy stat all on its own. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't think any other team's done it. I mean, last week's game against the Saints, that game was basically given to them because the Saints quarterback, what was his name, like something Book. He was like their practice squad QB. Like they lost
yeah,
all their quarterbacks because of either injuries or COVID. So I mean, the Dolphins just absolutely throttled the Saints in that game, which was
yeah,
fun to watch. I enjoyed it a lot.
that was actually one of the things we initially had on the list here was there were 6 teams in the NFL last year that did not have their starting quarterback.
Mm,
A lot of
yeah.
third string, second string, and I believe there's even a fourth string in there.
yeah.
Um, so kind of going back to almost like the college playoff vibe, COVID is impacting the sports world immensely right now. It's impacted the NBA as well, not quite to that degree,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, part of that too is NBA doesn't have as many players. So like I mean, you only got
Less
your
chance
like
for
starting
exposure,
five.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy to see the only other like comeback I can think of like this. It didn't happen as quickly, obviously, but the 0-16 Browns getting their first playoff win in like 25 years, just 2 seasons later or whatever it was, 3 seasons. That's a pretty big turnaround.
Yeah, man,
Proud
absolutely.
of my man Baker. But other than that, like not really. There's not much there's not much out there because football is like set up, right? So that if you're good, you get low draft picks, and if you're bad, you get high draft picks, so that the league kind of snakes. So
Right.
you
It has some
normally
balance to it.
right. So you normally see a couple years shitty and then a couple years good, and except unless you're the Browns. So it kind of like goes back and forth. So it's crazy to see a change like this in just one season.
Yeah, good for the Browns. I mean, this season, wasn't stellar. Obviously, we went 7-8, but still, it's better than going 0-16. So always
We're making the playoffs still, baby. Don't sleep.
right.
It's
So
happening.
it is still a good season for them.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about the contribution that the rookie Jalen Waddle gave to his team. Another rookie this week had a big play, setting the longest run for a touchdown by a quarterback in franchise history for the New York Jets, Zach Wilson, this past weekend, defeating
Yep.
other fellow rookie Trevor Lawrence. And I actually heard a little statistic today that Trevor Lawrence has now lost to 3 rookie quarterbacks. Number 1 overall draft pick has now lost to 3 uh, of the other people in his class, which I thought was very interesting. And
Yeah.
early on, not looking good for Mr. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Do you think he bounces back? Do you think he still has a career?
I mean, now that Urban Meyer's gone, probably.
You think they'll see improvements?
I don't know. I was just taking a shot at you.
Dude, I'm with you, man. Fuck Urban Meyer, unless he was still coaching the Buckeyes. But like I said, I mean, we talked about a couple episodes, dude. From what I heard, he was screwing up left and right.
Oh yeah, he
Man,
was
like
he was
he
throwing
did
heat
not
at
have a handle on
everyone.
that TV. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So when you say bounce back, in what respects? Like, are you saying he's going to outplay Trevor Lawrence going forward, or who do you think has a
I
better
mean,
career then?
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, do you think Trevor Lawrence still has a career in the NFL, or do you think he plays 1 or 2 more years and gets replaced by another draft pick for the Jags?
I think Trevor Lawrence will end up being a solid quarterback. Unfortunately for Zach Wilson, I really don't think he's that good, and he's on the Jets, so those are
Yeah.
two things going against them. But no, I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be solid, man. We'll
Yeah.
see, but um, yeah, I think the Jags could actually be a surprise team going into next year, getting some of their players back, and their defense was decent. They have
Yeah.
some weapons. They'll be getting your guy Travis Etienne back, so
Dude. Well, and the one thing is, I haven't checked the draft order recently, but I saw a couple weeks ago, if the season had ended as it was, there were a few teams, like the shitty teams, all had like back to back picks. Like only 5 teams made up the top 10 picks or something at that time. So I honestly, I don't even know if the Jags are on there, but I think we have some opportunity to see some of the lower ranked teams really bounce back over the next couple of years. So
They
if they
need
use
it.
the draft
They
picks right though, because Browns had high draft picks for 25 years and did nothing with them.
that is so fair.
Oh, it's funny.
Uh-oh. Prince Frozen,
Oh god, he clicked something he wasn't supposed to.
the blue ghost.
The blue lady.
Oh, he's back.
And he's
Cut
gone.
out.
Oh no, he's back again. Let's go.
I get off that Walmart internet, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'm on, man. I'm Ethernetted up, and it says it is working well, man. I thought you guys must have cut out.
Could have been Discord, honestly. Yeah, probably Discord.
So
I don't know.
as well.
Either way, I was saying something really smart, but I'm not going to try to repeat it.
What else we got in sports there, Front?
Sticking with the NFL, there were punches thrown last week for the Washington football team's bench. 2 other players on the Washington football team's bench. They were just getting thwomped and sick of getting scored on, and they were getting in each other's faces. I saw one dude. It sounds like they had played together for a while. And one dude like pushed the one guy's face, and he came back just like square punch, like no hesitation.
Oh my god.
Love to see it. Yeah. Have you ever wanted to fight one of your own teammates, or have you?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Was I that teammate?
No, surprisingly, the only one I really like remember that I actually hit during practice was Dupancic, because I think it was when I was a sophomore playing on varsity, and he was just like holding me every play in practice, and the coaches were giving me shit. So he just kept holding me, so I just gave him a nice jab to the head.
Hell yeah.
That was about it. I mean, I've definitely wanted to fight some of our other teammates that are jackasses, but
Dude, I think I could have thrown a punch every day during our lacrosse practices.
yeah.
We were so bad, dude. I got so frustrated.
I
during
wanted to fight Robert Cooney on our lacrosse team because he was just such a
Really?
cock.
Yeah,
Dude, he was such a cock, bro. He was
but he was good at it.
he was
and I
good,
respected
but
that.
like, oh my god, he literally thought he was like a one-man army, and like 50% of the time he couldn't like deliver.
It was a one-man army, man. I think he was the only one who had a goal that whole season.
We had some pretty good players every now and
dude.
then.
I got in his head like Maybelline though. Like in practice. Oh my god, dude. I like he was way better than I was. I want to start by saying that. But I shut him down because I was like so in his head, man. Every practice with my D pull just like tapping in and just like doing shit about him.
dude, that's
Oh
that's the
my God,
best
that was
when you
my
can get in
favorite.
people's head, though.
Oh yeah.
Warfare,
One
man.
time I remember actually was it? It might not have been Cooney, so maybe I shouldn't talk too much shit. But yeah, me and him had a little rivalry, and he won like 90% of the time because he was better than I was. He ended up scoring on me, but it was still fun just to see his face get red.
It was the mental warfare in which you won.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, let's hop into the spreads before we do this last round of Truth or Drinks here.
So let's get it.
So last week we had Memphis versus Hawaii that actually got canceled due to COVID.
Nice.
So nobody won that one. We also had the Niners versus the Titans. The Titans ended up covering that. And then Clippers versus Kings. Clippers covered. And then Vietnam versus Thailand, and Thailand won. So our updated standings are: Lizzo contributed last week and is now 2-1. Fish is 14-9, takes the lead over Frint.
Let's go.
Frint is 13-10, and then I am a pitiful 8-15.
If anyone wants to bet, bring me to Vegas. I'll win you money.
And don't bring me.
Don't bring
We
Carl.
won't.
So
Promise, yeah.
for this week, the first one we got on the docket is a big game for us as well as the NFL in general. Could help dictate who wins the AFC North. We have the Browns versus the Steelers on Monday Night Football. Browns are favored by 3 points.
Mm-hmm. Browns.
Browns.
No
Yeah.
brainer.
They have to win. They have to win next week after that piss poor of a game last week. Oh my god.
Next up, we were talking about the college football playoffs. We actually have two prop bets here about that. So Alabama is favored by 13.5 points against Cincinnati.
Ooh.
Yeah. Give me them Bearcats.
I'm going.
Hell yeah.
I'm going Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm gonna go Cincinnati for this one.
That's a clean sweep again, guys. We're all going with the Bearcats in Cincinnati.
Nice.
Look, you can't spell natty champs without natty. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Next, the other college football playoff game is Michigan versus Georgia. The over-under on that game is 45.5.
Holy hell.
Under.
Michigan versus Georgia. I'm gonna do spicy pick. Let's go over.
I'm gonna go over as well.
Yeah.
Next,
Here's my point back.
next one up is Lakers versus the Blazers. We're just gonna go straight up who wins that game.
Lakers.
Blazers.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers too. And then the last one this weekend, we have Arsenal versus Manchester City. Again, we're gonna just go straight up with that one.
Going Manchester.
I'm gonna go Man City too.
Wow.
So Fish and I are in agreement on every pick.
They are the bad guys in Ted Lasso, and you're gonna bet on them.
That's why I went for them.
They're the bad guys for a reason. They're good.
Exactly.
Give me Arsenal.
I don't know much about soccer, but I know Manchester's a definitely top contender.
But all right, man, let's run through another round of Truth or Drinks. We had 8
wait.
total, so we've done 5.
Before
We've
we
done
go
3.
on, is this the last spread before the end of the season? Is this like the final
Yeah.
spread before the new year? Is that how we're doing it? Or are we just gonna
Yeah,
keep
we'll
it
have
going?
to start new in 2022. I like that.
I was unaware of these terms.
that's what I was asking.
Well, yeah, that's.
Hey, maybe you'll have a big week, Carl. You know.
Well, even if he gets all 5.
I need Frint to get everyone wrong, and we are the same on 2.
The thing is, we don't want to pull away from you because then it gets dumb. We know, obviously, we're going to beat you again in 2022, but at least if we even start with an even playing field, then it makes it more
Yeah, it
enjoyable.
lets you have a chance again. A second chance.
Polar Knights, what's up? It's the perfect evolution of beards.
I had to shave for Christmas, okay?
I can't grow beards.
I have a nasty neck beard.
I guess he's right though. Like Fish doesn't have anything. I have a little scrubble, and then Prince actually got like a little bit of a beard going. That's pretty funny, actually. Well, I guess since I'm last in the spreads, I'll take the bullet and punish myself. For next week's podcast, I'll bong a loco.
Oh my god!
That doesn't
Hell
sound
yeah.
like a punishment for you.
Oh my God.
You're coming up
I
with
can't
an
believe you
excuse
just
to actually
willingly
do
signed
it.
up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Carl's been thinking about
that
it.
means that the loser next time has to do one as well.
No, we'll change the punishment next year.
Let's just go all in. How about every year you just double the loco? So like 3, 4, 5 years from now, you just have to continuously do 5 locos in a row.
Friend, are you afraid of bong a loco?
Absolutely.
Not that
100%.
bad.
And I'm not
It
ashamed
really
of it.
isn't. It's just gross.
Well, we'll think of something equally as bad for you to do.
That's fair.
Get that whatever the Brussels sprout whiskey thing that
What was it? Artichoke.
the artichoke. That's what.
Full glass of artichoke.
That was bad. That was really bad.
All right, what do we got for the truth or drinks? Let me go with 57.
57.
Who is the most inappropriate person you've ever had a crush on?
Inappropriate how?
Like, I think it's inappropriate for you to have the crush. So if it would be like your own sister or something, I think that's...
Okay.
I
think that's what
It just took a dark turn.
I think that's what they're saying. It's like you should not have a crush on this person. The person themselves isn't inappropriate necessarily.
Well, we always joked in high school about banging Mrs. Furbata. She was one of our teachers in high school, so that would be pretty inappropriate.
That is, yeah.
So I guess
Well
I'll go
warranted,
with
though.
Furbata.
English teacher, yeah.
English teacher, yeah.
Good answer.
English teacher.
And film study, too. Oh, my God.
Oh, true. Film study was a nice class.
I love that
Those
class.
heels. Ooh.
I'm with you there, Carl, though. Woo.
I'm still hung up on film study.
I'm gonna have
man. That was the best nap time in the whole world.
I'm going to have to hit her up, bro.
You should, yeah. See what she's up
Take
to.
me out to dinner.
Get them digits, though.
Fish, what's your number, man?
It's 82. Make you scroll.
Yeah. 77. How many toys do you own? You deserve this.
I know it's at least one.
Yeah. No, it's at least 3 because you've given me every toy.
No, it was Brian. It was Brian, wasn't it?
No, you gave me the Lion King, and then the Sylvanas
There's a
Windrunner
lion.
statue, and then
No, not those.
No.
Are those
Oh,
not
thank God.
toys?
Toys.
Oh, those
they're
toys.
toys.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when you said Lion King, I was like, they make Disney toys? Oh my
Well,
God.
you should have done the air quote with it. I thought you literally meant
There's
toys.
no way that
I
they
know,
sell
I'm
this
innocent
Disney
over
store
here.
anymore.
I thought I was so confused too, friend. I was like, wait, what?
Wait a minute, bro. Epcot's gotten wild,
Yeah, I
man.
got lion themed
Right.
toys and everything. No,
Oh,
at least
man.
one toy I've had.
Yeah, Kuna Matata. You know what I
Hakuna
mean?
Matata. Should I tell him the story about it or no?
I mean, if you want, Brian bought you like a fleshlight or something, right?
No, I bought him one for his birthday.
Oh.
And then he used it once and gave it back to me.
Oh,
And I just kept it
and
in
you still have it?
No, I threw it away eventually, but I just kept it in a shoebox in my room.
Why?
I don't know. I spent like $70 on it, dude. I spent big monies on it. I was like a sophomore in high school.
I would pay $70 to not have that in my room.
Dude, it was a big one, bro. It was
Oh, God. And it looked like Simba?
it was tan colored, so I mean the color scheme was
Everything
on
that
point.
the light touches is yours.
Oh my God, dude.
I was way off on that question. When he said toys, I was like, damn, I got like a full Lego set and everything.
Anything that's like
I got Transformers and oh god. That was a great question.
All right, move on.
Next time
Yeah,
you
give me a
implement
number.
something other than toys, I gotta see you do the air quotes like this, okay?
72, friend.
Alrighty.
Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, I'm tearing up a bit.
Have I ever read Bay's text over their shoulder? No, I have not. Or not. No, not intentionally.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
lame
Wow.
one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up again. 79.
Pretty simple one. 79. What kind of porn do you search for?
Depended on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Different
Do
vibe
you
for
want to
different
elaborate?
It differs.
days. I mean, if you want me to. I mean, I usually just scroll the home page, and if I don't find anything I like, then I type in something, whatever I'm feeling that day. I don't know.
So you just kind of
you
do like
gotta
the For
drink
You
for that
page
one.
on Pornhub.
Well, like you go to the hub and you got like your set stuff that's on the home page. If none of that stuff is to my liking, then I'll type something in the search bar.
All right then.
I feel like it's pretty standard, isn't that? I don't know. What is your
that's-
procedure?
No, that's a fair answer.
I don't search the homepage. I have a set of
You
lists.
got like a set, like a categories you go to immediately.
Yeah, a bunch.
It's a
But
bonus.
yeah, it differs day to day.
It's a bonus disc that came with the original Lion King DVD.
It's the director's cut.
Yeah.
All right, Fish. What number you
Fish,
got?
give me your number.
Let's give you an easy one. 30.
Hell yeah. Have you ever bought something to wear to an event and then returned it to the store when the event was over? Which is a long way of asking, are you poor?
I did that in high school, but I'll let Fish answer first.
Oh, definitely.
I think I rented a tux for prom, but that was about it. I don't know if that
No,
counts.
You're paying.
No, that's a rental.
Yeah, you're like paying.
Yeah, I guess no.
I think
then.
it's thinking like you keep a tag on and then you bring it back and you're like,
No,
not
I mean I've
using
like
this.
returned shirts and stuff before. If
I
I
actually
didn't
did
like
that for a high school party. At Janetta's house, friend.
Why? What was it? What'd you wear?
It was like a beer themed party, so like you had to wear something that had like a logo on it.
Huh.
So I bought Corona swim trunks and to go with my Corona shirt. I actually think I bought a Corona hat too, and I returned the swim trunks and the hat when I was hungover as fuck in the morning. Back to Walmart. I'm like, here you go. I don't need these.
You brought them back the next morning,
The next morning, like on the way home,
and they didn't ask like, why are these wet?
full refund.
Why do they smell like piss?
Walmart's return policy is nice.
Bro, no, I didn't swim in them, but I just wore them. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think it was just
You know, Janetta doesn't have a pool. Where would we go to where would we swim?
I don't know why we wearing swim trunks.
That's a better question. Why'd you buy swim trunks?
Corona themed.
You couldn't find shorts of anything
That's
else.
on me, honestly.
Dude,
I
they
do
just
know
have like
that there's
beer
no
shorts
pool there.
laying around everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Well, back in my day.
Back in my day. I think it was just in spite, so your dad wanted him to see him and be like, "Are you drinking underage, Carl? What are these pants you have?"
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. All right, I'm gonna submit one more here so that we complete the full circle. You
Full
want to give me my
circle.
number?
2.
Hell yeah.
They give him another high one, so he has to count.
I love how we just went super high up and then we just went back down the list again.
Yeah.
What's the worst date I've ever had? I think this would be one I have to drink because like I've never really gone on dates, you know? I've like met the person before we actually like went out anywhere. So it's not like I've ever just like met somebody new and like asked them like pick you up at 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
I think I'm gonna drink for this one.
Yeah, drink your
which I know I'm
water.
drinking,
Yeah,
but I do also really have to piss, so this is still a punishment.
Fair enough. Brent, we know you got to head up to Cleveland tonight, so we'll cut it here. Guys, thank you very much for joining us again for episode 27. You can find us on, obviously, Twitch here live, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your podcast. Yeah. Episode 27. We'll be back live. We'll probably be Tuesday night next week because I'll be going out of town for the second half of the week.
First episode of the new year next week.
Yeah, we
gotta bring 2022 strong.
Gotta bring the heat. Yeah. All right, guys. Much love, everybody.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Eve.